Class 5. Can you believe it took us 4 classes to get to the actual songwriting? Now you guys are going to take all your brainstorming. You're going to use your track, words that you had in your short list, and then you're going to use all of your digging for diamonds, your Google research, to start talking with your group. What story do you want to tell? Make sure your story has tension in the verse and it has release in the hook. Usually verses are between 8 bars to 16 bars. Bars sound like this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 2, 3, 4. 3, 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 3, 4. And the track will inform you of where bars are sometimes. For hip hop, you might always have one loop and the music never changes. But if you're using a gospel tune, you'll usually hear either a drum fill or some kind of change in the tune that lets you know that you're at a different section in the song. And we could get into that. Maybe I will pause and show you a songwriting video. But right now, you just want to tell your story. What's your story going to be? The other day where a student wrote about his experience on the train, and his verses were all about the problems that he faced with everybody, and then his hook was his solution. One day I'm gonna win $1 million, not ride the train, and then I'm gonna holler. So think of your story, okay? And then you're gonna write your story in rhyme. All right, so now we're at the place where we've written some bars, and you're going to find when you write the bars that the length of those 4 beats are going to determine how many syllables you use, and you're going to find where you're going to need to shave syllables so that it fits into those 4 bars. So here's an example. Here's my track. Remember, the first 8 bars are where the YouTube producer usually gives his call or his tag. I'm going to start rapping. Here we go. Three, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 3, 4. Started a nonprofit. I was getting a lot of no's. I had to get humble. Ask the Father, Lord, where do I go? Closed eyes to the vision kept me from knowing how to flow. See, 3 in the morning, the Spirit whispered, you know I'm gonna disclose. But you gotta knock, seek, look, baby girl, to find it. I run this world, act like you know. If it's gold, I'm gonna help you mine it. Okay, I gotta keep singing it. Here we go. Started a nonprofit, I was getting a lot of no's. I had to get humble, ask the Father, where do I go? Closed eyes to the vision kept me from knowing how to... Okay, there's too many syllables there. Closed eyes to the vision left me not knowing how to flow. Closed eyes to the vision kept me from getting a flow. Here we go. Closed eyes to the vision kept me from getting a flow. Closed eyes to the vision kept me from getting a flow. So that's what you're going to do. You're going to start songwriting, and you got to fit those lines into your bars. I started a nonprofit, I was getting a lot of no's. I had to get humble, ask the Father, Lord, where do I go? Closed eyes to the vision kept me from getting a flow. And see, 3 in the morning, the Spirit whispered, you know I'm going to disclose. But you gotta knock, seek, look, baby girl, to find it. I run this world, act like you know. If there's gold, I'm going to help you mine it. Okay, so for Joy and Peace, because that's what I decided the name of my song was going to be, I'm going to sing that to you, and I'm going to use a different sound source. So here we go. This intro has 8 bars. When I don't get what I want, I can feel pretty sad. And when my friends do me wrong, I can get really mad. When I see his love and peace, it's like an ocean filling me. God gives love and joy to me. In my heart, he gives me peace. Quietness, happiness fills me each day, keeping all my bad days far away. When I see his grace and peace, it's like a river flowing free. When I see his joy and peace, it's like an ocean filling me. So, I'm telling my story. In my verses, sometimes I'm upset, sometimes I feel like I don't always get my way, and there's things that disturb my peace in the verse, and then I tell you where I find peace and who gives it to me. So those are our 2 songs, and now that's what you're going to do with your group. You're going to tell a story and then make it rhyme. And you're going to do that by looking carefully at the section of the song. You may have an 8-bar verse and then a 4-bar hook. Or you might have an 8-bar verse and an 8-bar hook. So listen carefully to your track, listen to where the changes are, and you guys get started on writing your rhymes. I'll see you in the last video.